Whoa, wait, I have something beautiful for you guys in the Madman's Wing Gambit. Watch. So you start with e4. If your opponent plays the Sicilian, you simply go pawn to b4 as if you want to play the normal wing gambit, but nope. The whole idea is to sacrifice your rook on a3. Look at that. If you watched my first video on the Madman's Wing Gambit, I said in this position there are two popular moves that black can play, e6 and e5. We are still looking at the e5 line. Tomorrow, I'll show you the e6 line. If you're watching this in the future, don't worry, tomorrow already passed. So after e5, I said just go knight c3. You just want to give up your rook because we saw how powerful our bishop pair becomes in the long run, such that black even fails to castle short. If you want to know more about this, watch the first video that I published on this gambit. It's very difficult for black to make progress, like trust me. Any move that black plays like knight f6, knight e7, d6 and even knight c6 allows you to go knight b5, which is very deadly. I mean, they can't defend knight d6 check, knight takes, e.g. knight c6, knight b5. If knight g7 is played, as an example, you have knight d6 check. If king f8 only move, you have queen f3 wanting to checkmate, right? If pawn to f6, you have queen b3, and there's little or nothing that black can do to stop that. They have to donate their queen. This is just one little trap I showed in my first tutorial video on the Madman's Wing Gambit. I'm calling this the Madman's Wing Gambit because it's just crazy to do this stuff, you guys. You need to be mad. Anyway, point is, black can't play any of these highlighted moves in red. They have to play pawn to s6 in order to stop this deadly knight b5. And this is the main area of our meat in this study, you guys. So pay attention. What you want to do after a6 is to is to play f4. So wait a second. This is the only thing you need to remember, you guys. Of course, there are so many things that you can do, such as knight d5, maybe knight f3, bishop c4, but I am just showing you the quickest way to punish your opponents with this. You go pawn to f4. Point is, e takes f4 is not good, and this kinda brings you back into the game immediately. The evaluation bar gets back to equal, because you can simply go queen g4 next, and I mean, look at this, you guys. How is black going to defend against that? How? Say queen f6. Now you have knight d5. Look at that. Oh, there's queen a1 check. I didn't see that. Nope, I saw that. But it's not much of a straight because we have queen takes g7 and black is dead. No more checks in this position. f3 will just be a sheer waste of time due to knight takes f3. If black plays a desperado move like knight c6 in this position, we just go on and take that. If king f8, trying to hold on to the knight, we have knight f6, and that king won't escape from Sobibo. By the way, not the Sobibo that you know. This is just a weird term that means something else. Alright, speaking of Sobibo, in this position, black may play king e7, and that's why you take on g8. This comes with check, and life continues. You're just going to win the game very soon. Develop normally. You have queen c3 in the near future. Oh, just start capturing right away. Check. And all that. Done. Still in the s6 line. I mean, after black plays pawn to e5, right? Once again, just go pawn to f4. Just know if black takes, the game is back to equality. You can just go queen g4 and go on to win the game. They don't have to take. Maybe the best try is to go knight c6 in this position, just keeping the tension. But guess what? You just go fe. If they don't take, you take. They will play knight takes e5 most of the times, and that's when you go knight f3. Again, if they take, you take. By the way, knight takes f3 by black is not a good move because it just allows you to activate your queen on a better square, right? So they'll play something like d6, I guess. That's when you go knight takes e5, opening up the center, also ensuring that the king doesn't escape once again. So you have moves like queen h5. Look at you, smiling as if you know anything. This move is so difficult that black can't do much, you guys, to defend that. E.g., if they play queen f6, you can simply go knight d5. Look at that. If they play queen e6, you have knight c7 check. Bingo. So they're not going to do that. Maybe they'll play something like queen c6, but even after that, you have moves like queen takes e5, and look at all those threats. You have queen takes g7 in the near future, or knight c7 check. You're going to win the rook. So what I was saying is, if they play bishop e6, you have knight c7. Yep, winning the rook. That's what I meant. So this one move, queen h5, will cause some issues on black's side. Maybe the best try is queen a5, targeting the dark squad bishop. But even after that, you have bishop c4, ignoring that because you know if they take your dark squad bishop, maybe you are going to checkmate them very soon. For example, queen takes, you have queen takes with check, and then after that you have queen takes g7. You have all the time in this world to flex. The rook is dying. I mean, there's no point of giving check due to knight d1. The rook will still die, and that maybe. So not even queen f5 can help due to bishop c4. If they take, you know what to do. Maybe the nice try here is knight h6, but even after that we have bishop d6, moving out from danger, also attacking that pawn, also not allowing black to cast a shot, e.g. black needs to play something like this, after which you can freely take. If they do this, you have knight d5. Yes, you're going to lose the bishop, but after queen takes e5, black is going to lose their mind, and the game probably looks like they can give a check, but you can take. Oh, if this, you have knight f6 check, discovery on the queen. Genius! So after queen h5, not even queen f5 can help. Maybe knight e7. What else can we do? Again, we have queen takes e5. Black can't cast a shot. They are going to lose a piece. Maybe bishop e6 may help, but after queen takes g7, I don't see anything else that black can do. Rook g8, queen takes h7. Look at this. We have a lead in development, and I mean, just a matter of time. And what I would do in this position, to be honest, is to play as follows. First, I would play bishop d6. Like before, if check, not even knight d1, because that will pave the way for the queen and rook. I'm going to lose my queen. So I would play something like king f2 in this position. And you know, if black misses the mark, I have bishop check, discovery on the queen. They don't need to do that. If they go back to the kingdom of Babylon, I mean, I'll just oversimplify the game like this and, you know, give a check, say king d7, now queen f4, and life continues. This is just a normal game where the best tactician has to win. By the way, nobody's going to play this line. So that's what to do if black stops your idea of playing knight b5. I mean, in the e5 Sicilian, just go pawn to f4. This is the first move you need to remember, and everything else will take care of itself apart from knight c6 and e takes f4. The other move you're going to see is pawn to d6. But once again, what I advise to do is to open this diagonal for your bishop so that black doesn't cast a shot anytime soon. You want to play bishop c4 in the near future and, you know, cast a shot, put more pressure on the king side. I mean, black is going to face it. Now after this, you have to play queen h5. That's a very brilliant move. Once again, attacking that. You see? So you know, if queen f6, you always have knight d5. We looked at something like this before. So in this position, black may try knight c6, holding on to their e5 pawn. But now here comes bishop c4. So rapid development is the key. In this position, black is forced to defend the f7 pawn like this. Now you go knight f3, no more development. Again, they can't cast a shot due to that bishop. You see? In over-the-board blitz games, that's how you're going to be winning most of your games, because your opponents will be forgetting about that dark squad bishop. Anyway, if queen f5, attacking the dark squad bishop, once again, you have moves like knight b1, bishop d6, as we saw before, etc. In fact, I doubt if most of your opponents are even going to be playing queen f5. These are computer moves. In this position, people play moves like bishop g4, more natural moves. But in this case, you can even sacrifice your light squad bishop, because after knight takes, you have queen takes g4 and you're doing great. Once again, black can't cast a shot. So it's all about rapid development with the madman's wing gambit, as I'm calling it. Now, having a big mouth won't help me, so let me walk the talk, just to demonstrate how powerful this can be against real human beings on leeches. So this will be a 3-minute blaze match. Stay tuned. And hey, don't just watch. That's not encouraging at all. To keep this channel alive, you can simply share this video, hit the like button, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have nothing to say, just type "Thank you, Kaspa" in the comment section down below. Lastly, if you want to go through my study PGNs, such as the one I'm using in this study, you can visit my Patreon page. The link is in the comment section down below. Oh, my opponent is playing very fast. Let me go b4. What? They are just blitzing out every move, you guys. a3. See that? My opponent is so fast. Let me surprise them with the madman's wing gambit. And boom, there we see pawn to e5, you guys. Time to sacrifice my rook by going knight c3. Let's see. God, and my opponent wasted no time but taking anyway. Now the idea is to go knight b5 in this position if my opponent plays knight f6, knight e7, d6 or knight c6 right away. Ah, my opponent just played s6, stopping that idea. Okay, time to be serious now. If I remember very well, the idea is to go pawn to f4 in this position. Yeah, taking on f4 is a mistake. That's what I said. So my opponent did the right thing, playing knight c6. In this position, just go ahead and take. No, my opponent is playing very fast. The guy is on fire. I think nothing much apart from knight f3, just a normal game. Let's take back with the queen. Okay, I guess it is time for me to play probably bishop c4. So the idea is to go e5 if knight f6. I do not understand this move, bishop e6. Why can't I just take and castle short? And even play pawn to e5 now just to, you know, stop black from castling short. Oh, wait a second. There's this check now. And then going to win the rook. Nope. Okay, so there's wait a second, I'm going to win a piece. Can I give a check? Nope. There's that. What about this? Queen. Okay, let me just take here. I don't know if I made the right decision. Maybe I should have given a check on d6. But since I don't know chess that much, I'm just doing whatever I want. I think let me do this now. This comes with a hidden agenda to, you know, take here. What I can take the h7 pawn now, or perhaps just giving a check, then take that. First, let me do this. Still in the arena. Now I can give a check, right? Like check. Black can't do anything. And then attack the queen. Plus hitting on that knight. If I want, I can take now. But is there something better I can do in this position? I just give a check. I want to do that. I think let me give a check. I need my knight in the game. Now you know what I'm going to do. Let me oversimplify the game. Like this. This is what you're supposed to do. Get rid of the queens. The queen is the only strongest piece my opponent has, and this is checkmate, right? Yep. There's nothing my opponent was going to do anyway. So my opponent was rated 1552 and I managed to checkmate them in 16 moves. Anyway, so that's how you play the Madman's Wing Gambit if your opponent plays pawn to s6. I mean in the e5 line. Now, go and check out 3 of my new courses on my website KaspaChess.com that I highly recommend you get right now. The newly updated Semi-Slav defense against d4, the knight c6 Nimzowitsch defense, and the mighty e5 Paris defense, which is my best selling course till this date. Chess is a school on its own, and you will just need to show some efforts to unlock some secrets that content creators don't show on YouTube. And that's how you support this channel, by the way.